Hi, my name is Katie Ziskind. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist and the owner of Wisdom Within Counseling and Coaching. If you're struggling in your marriage, you've been married for 5, 10, 20, 30 years, and something just feels off, this video is for you. I run a team of therapists who specialize in helping distressed, distant, and emotionally disconnected couples, which emotional distance actually affects your sex life and your physical connection. So you might be feeling sexually rejected by your partner when you initiate sex. When you try to rub your partner's back, they pull away from you and you feel rejected. You might feel alone in your marriage. You might feel lonely and sad and hopeless due to the state of conflicts. You avoid talking to your partner because you're afraid it's going to become a blown out fight. You often struggle to know what to say when your partner is anxious, afraid, or upset. Our practice can help you. So if you're struggling with feeling rejected or just high conflict fights are happening or you're just not feeling like you're on the same page, I would love to help you, and so would my team of marriage therapists. So you can book your free phone consult at wisdomwithinct.com. That's wisdomwithinct.com. So in this video, we're going to talk a little bit about what is the foundation for sexual intimacy. So in the beginning of your relationship, it was hot and heavy, you were making out, there was fireworks and sparks flying, and you felt what we would call a high level of chemistry. You're very physically attracted to each other, you're very into each other. All you could think about when you were at work was the next time you would see your partner. Now, fast forward, and the stress of parenting, of pregnancy, of raising children, of paying the mortgage and paying the bills. Maybe you've gotten, been cheating or texting someone behind your partner's back and they found out, and now there's a hurt or a betrayal wound. You may also have, or they may have gotten a DUI or struggled with alcoholism or drug use. And so now your relationship is clouded by stressors. You might have a job that you don't like, a boss that you hate. You may have family dysfunction and family issues that are playing a role in your marriage and conflicts. So when it comes to rebuilding sexual desire and sexual intimacy in your relationship, we begin by looking at the cracks. So these cracks have been going on for 5, 6, 10 years at a minimum. Oftentimes, there are small, little tiny things that snowball leading to physical disconnection. And this is why you're being sexually rejected. So we have to look at rebuilding the roots of your system, of your tree, so to speak. So thinking about emotional vulnerability. This is a term that we don't learn in school. We learn about math and science, but we never learn about what it means to be emotionally vulnerable. However, emotionally vulnerable skills, they build empathy, they build emotional security, they help your partner feel like they can go to you. They help you feel like your partner is going to be your teammate. There's a sense of reassurance and a strong attachment bond that develops from emotional vulnerability. How to be emotionally vulnerable is a practice. So in counseling, we can teach you how to do it, but you start sharing your deeper fears. So when you feel afraid, you go to your partner, you take their hand, you look in their eye, and you say, I'm feeling really afraid of, and you talk about it. Oftentimes underneath anger and high conflict fighting and frustrated fights where you feel hopeless are feelings of fear. So think of your anger like an iceberg. What you can see is the angry expression in your partner's eyes, their look of disappointment, and that really is upsetting for you. And you start to feel like, wow, like, can I do anything right? Like, how do I fix this? I don't even have a trail map. So when you see that look of anger or frustration on your partner's face, it's important to share your fear, and that can help build that bridge or that bond for closeness. So be vulnerable, let your guard down and say, I'm really afraid I'm gonna mess up. I'm really afraid you're gonna abandon me. I'm really afraid I'm gonna be rejected. I'm gonna keep seeing that angry look on your face and never get to see joy in your eyes again. Sharing your fear means that you have to step out on a limb, but being vulnerable is how the deepest emotional bonds are built. So if you struggle or challenged by being vulnerable, our team can help you. We specialize in emotionally focused couples therapy, and we are Gottman level 2 marriage therapists as well. When it comes to building your sex life, we have to make it a priority. So it's really easy for sex to fall on the back burner. You get busy, you want to go to bed, sex just doesn't happen for months, for weeks, and then for years. So rebuilding your sex life means prioritizing it, making time for it, scheduling in time to cuddle naked, to take a bath together, to rub each other's backs with coconut oil, to just talk about sexual fantasies that you have, and not talk about the daycare schedule, and not talk about what's for dinner, and focus specifically on talking about sexual desires and sexual kinks and sexual things that you've always wanted to talk about, but they just don't kind of come to the surface. So we have to make it purposeful, and we have to be disciplined when it comes to reinvigorating sexual pleasure. So talking about sex, texting your partner in a sexy way during the day, building arousal can be very beneficial. So pick, a couple hours per week, schedule it in, and make time for sexual play. Another piece to why sexual desire decreases and physical intimacy just goes out the window is because there's not enough time for foreplay. So one key element to many couples that come in, they need to lengthen foreplay. So foreplay is the hype, it's the buildup, it's the excitement, and this works for all the people involved, whether you're you and one other person, or you're in a throuple, or whatever type of relationship you're in. That structure doesn't matter. It's more about how to build desire, how to build excitement, how to, think about going to a concert. You're listening to that musician's songs, you're looking at their bio online, you're talking to your friends, you're trying to get your friends to go. You're so excited to go to the concert. Nothing gets in the way of that concert date. You have the tickets. You might even save the tickets afterwards. This concert was a great memory you talk about afterwards as well. So think about sexual play like that. Talk about it beforehand. I'm so excited to see you later. I'm really excited to massage your body. I love the smell of your body. Oh my goodness, you're the most sexy thing, right? Talk about building desire. Make it part of your daily conversation. Then after, whatever it may be that you do, whether it's making out or physically having penetrative sex or just oral sex or whatever you do, maybe it's showering naked together and that's the thing you do today. Talk about it afterwards. Wow, it was so amazing to see you naked. You're so incredibly healthy. I love your curves. Your hair is beautiful. Your hair is handsome. Whatever words your partner likes to be called, highlight that experience. Relive that positive, sexual, intimate experience together after the fact. And that is technically called aftercare. So this is actually a form of bonding. So after you make love, don't just go play video games. Don't just go food shopping. Don't just jump on to the next thing. Focus on spending a good 30 to 45 minutes at a minimum after your sexual or romantic naked experience to talk together about your favorite parts, the parts that you enjoyed, the things that you loved, to rebuild those neurons in your brain about how good that experience was for the two of you. So you have to think about it as a sandwich, really prioritizing intimacy. So if you're looking to rebuild sexual intimacy, I would love to help you. If you grew up with religious sexual shame, you feel like sex is a dirty thing, you want to talk more about it, but you just feel a little bit self-conscious, counseling is a great place to feel confident talking about sex and your sexual desires. And you can also get questions answered. You might not know how to give or receive oral sex. You might not know how to find the G-spot in the female body. So we can talk about anatomy. We can talk about how to give pleasure and build both the emotional and the sexual parts of your relationship back. So I specialize with distressed couples who need help rebuilding their sex life. I would love to help you build a meaningful, connected, and playful, intimate life. You can book your free phone consultation to work with me and my team at wisdomwithinct.com. That's wisdomwithinct.com. You can also call or text. It's a U.S. phone number. It's 860-451-9364. I'm Katie Ziskind. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I'm a sex therapy certified informed professional. I would love to help you build a meaningful, loving, and connected sex life.